Montreal Canadiens at the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's time for the Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game. Previews, lineups, and the Guess the Score contest. Here's your hosts, Rick and Matt. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. And I guess I should fix that intro because Matt doesn't do the pregame show anymore. Matt's supposed to be at the hangout, but he won't be today. He had something. He told me very late, so but he'll be here Thursday. So there's that. Welcome in, everybody. We got the game tonight. Montreal is in Pittsburgh to lose another game. 6 games in a row so far. I hope they win, but they did beat Pittsburgh last time, their last win. So, hey, if they beat Pittsburgh tonight and they beat Pittsburgh the last time they played, and it was their last win, is that like 2 wins in a row against the same team? Anyway, maybe that's as close as we're going to get this year. So, so we got this game, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get tonight. Hope for the best. So I just put out a video, a bit rambly, I guess, about COVID though, and about what I thought if they'd go to the Olympics, and I gave a couple hot takes about fans in the stands and maybe there's going to be a shutdown and stuff. So this I wish I had for that video, because this came out. I'm not exactly sure. It says 15 minutes there, but I don't know when it was actually out. From Pierre Lebrun, hearing the doctors from the NHL and NHLPA are having a call tonight to discuss the latest COVID happenings, and I presume to recommend next steps. So, that could mean a shutdown. It could mean no fans in the stands. It could mean all kinds of things, right? I don't really know what it's going to mean, but it looks like there might be some more bad news, I guess. I hope not. I don't know what else we're going to do if they lock us down and shut us down. And all right, let's see who's here. I know I'm a little early today, but not too bad. Daryl Adams and Habs Guru. Hey, Habs Guru, how's it going, man? Daryl asks, Rick, any word on when Galley or Edmondson coming back, and any word on Price? No word on Price, no word on Edmondson that I've heard. And Galley should be back. Available to the team Saturday, but I don't know if he's going to be in shape enough to play. I don't know, but Galley and Niku will be out of quarantine and practicing at least with the team on Saturday. So there's that. I'm going to have a preview for you guys, and there was not a lot of news. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, those are my okay, I'm going to give you my Guess the Score for the Guess the Score contest. The Pittsburgh Penguins have for them, a record-setting for them penalty kill. Montreal has a lousy power play. They can't score goals in general. I'm going to call it 3-0. First time I'm calling a shutout against Montreal, I think maybe ever. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Crosby with the first goal. They're going to be really challenged to score goals here tonight, or they won't, and they got Pittsburgh's number, and they'll beat them. Who knows? It'll be one or the other. Jeff Petry's supposed to be back in the lineup tonight. Yeah, I'll show you the lineup. He's back, apparently. Jake Evans is out, though, still. Chris Weidman out of the lineup. I don't know if it's his wife, his girlfriend, his partner. I heard it referred to as his partner. That's why I question which it is having a baby. So he came back to Montreal. He's having a baby with his, we'll just call his wife. Why not? So there you go. Coach Dom. This is really interesting. Coach Dom, our beloved coach, says, and this was in a very recent interview, he likes what David Savard brings to the team. I wrote here, like what? Does he bring coffee and donuts? Maybe that's what it is. He brings good coffee and good donuts. Must be it. Yeah, so it's kind of I don't know, just a weird thing to say. like, does this guy not read the room and know that we're questioning him like this? And then he says something like that. Like, I don't know. Is he seeing something we don't see? Is he watching different games than we watch? Like, I don't know. Now, we're amateurs. We're not professionals. Maybe that's what it is. My eyes look at it differently. I don't know. But I'm going with the now that he's in Montreal, maybe he brings smoked meat sandwiches from Schwartz. I mean, I'd like that too if somebody brought me some. So, hey Corey, how's it going, man? So yeah, so I'm interested in what he brings. Like, I'd like to have heard him expound on that a little bit. I like what he brings. And list it. Because I just don't know. Gensel's out. So, Corey, you might want to change that. Gensel is not in the lineup. Yeah, so. Yeah, let's go back to I just bit my tongue. Ow. James. Hey, James. Haven't been on in a while. No, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, listen, we beat them the last time, so I kind of doubt we're going to beat them this time. But hey, you never know. I doubt we're going to score a power play goal. They've got a 90-point, I'll go with 5. It's 4 or 5, something like that, percent on the PK. So they're giving up less than 1 power play goal for every 10 opportunities. That's like Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs last year. Hey, no worries with Suzuki. The weather today, not horrible. Not horrible today. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little cooler. Of course, I got to go somewhere, which makes sense. I was going to do it on Thursday, but we're supposed to have rain all day. I changed it to tomorrow, and the weather's supposed to be what it was. It was like what I thought it was going to be. But the Thursday, it's gone to be really nice and warm and everything, and I can't change my appointment. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Everyone's got some problem, right? All right, let's go and take a look at the game. Preview time. So the game is Montreal at Pittsburgh. Montreal is 6-20-3. They're the first team at 20 losses, 15 points, and I've been saying 15 points for like 6 games now, or 7, I guess, 6, and whatever. They're 8th in the Atlantic. Pittsburgh, 14-8-5, 33 points, 4th in the Metropolitan. How to watch this game. Start time 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, 4 p.m. Pacific. In the Canadiens region, TSN 2 for English, RDS for French. In Pittsburgh region, ATTSN Pittsburgh. Streaming legally, ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, and TSN Direct. And the other way, Sports Surge is where I go. Betting lines. For if you're taking the spread for Montreal plus 1.5 gets you plus 105. Pittsburgh minus 105 gets you minus 125. The money line, Montreal plus 2. The word's not coming out really well today. Montreal on the money line gets you plus 235. Pittsburgh minus 300. Over under is 5.5. The over gets you minus 105, and the under minus 115. Last 10 games for these two teams: Montreal 2-7-1, and it just seems like it's perpetually 2-7-1. They're on a 3-game losing streak, but that's not true. They're on a 6-game losing streak, but one of the losses was an overtime loss, and that's why I think that it says 3. Pittsburgh is 7-2-1 in their last 10 on a 4-game winning streak. So I'm going to say it like I always do because a lot of teams have been on winning streaks. Pittsburgh due for a loss. Montreal due for a win. Will that happen? Probably not. Previous matchup between these two teams in Pittsburgh, Montreal won 6-3. Can they repeat that? That's the question. So never know. They're due for a win. They're in Pittsburgh. They beat them there last time. You never know. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 48.2 for Montreal, 24th. 52.3 for the Penguins, 8th. Goals per game, 2.14 for Montreal, 31st. 2.93 for Pittsburgh, 16th. Goals against per game, 3.52 for Montreal, 28th. 2.44 for Pittsburgh, 3rd. So their defense and their goals against, pretty damn good. Power play percentage, 13.1% for Montreal, 30th. And a surprising 14.9%. That's not really good for Pittsburgh, 28th. But here's where PK percentage, Montreal 70.5%, 30th in the league. Now that's oddly, it's coming up, and their PK's been good over the last number of games. In general, the PK for the Penguins is 92.4%, first in the league. It's a record for them in their franchise history, and it's pretty good. Last time we were able to play the Penguins in the season as head-to-head. I don't know why they can just go with head-to-head from this year because we played them a couple of times. I tend to think that 1-1-0 record is how it is this year, and it's not 1920 when like the last time we were able to play them. So yeah, we'll just leave that out. Face-offs. Montreal 48.6%, and that's 22nd in the league. Surprising, lofty 22nd. 51.5% for Pittsburgh, 10th. Atlantic, again, someone, can I borrow someone's mouth so I could talk properly through tonight, please? Thank you. Bottom five in the Atlantic Division. Now, I think this is the conference, the Eastern Conference. I wrote Atlantic Division here, and it's Eastern Conference. Montreal is in last place in the Eastern Conference. Ottawa just ahead of them. Islanders just up from them. Buffalo just up from them. And the Flyers. And that's the bottom five in the Eastern Conference. Goalies for tonight. I don't have I think it's Jarry. Apparently he was off the ice first or something like that, whatever the sign is. Jake Allen's been confirmed 15-4-2, 301 goals against, 906 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Now, my question on why I don't get this, okay? Does Don Ducharme really think that by playing Montembeault means they don't make the playoffs? I question so much Allen. Like, why is he playing so much? Montembeault can play a game here and there. It's not going to affect the outcome. Tristan Jarry, 12-5-4, 192 goals against, 934 save percentage, 3 shutouts. Next up, players to watch, last 5 games. Montreal, Nick Suzuki, 3 whole points. Woo, 5 games. 2 goals, so that means 1 assist along with that. Cole Caulfield, 3 assists. Mike Hoffman is an even in the plus-minus department. On the other side, Sidney Crosby, 8 points. Jake Gensel, 6 goals. Sidney Crosby, 6 assists. And Danton Heinen, I think Danton's his first name, +4. And then the team leaders for the year. Goals, Montreal, Anderson, 7. Gensel, 15 points. Montreal, Suzuki, 18. Gensel, 27. For Pittsburgh, average time on ice, Sherratt, 23-23. For Montreal, Letang, 25-49 for Pittsburgh. And wins, Jake Allen, stuck on 5. And Tristan Jarry with 12. Current line, what are we going to take from that? Montreal on the road. So their away record, 2-10-2. And at home, Pittsburgh is 6-5-2. Record versus the spread, 11-18-0 for Montreal, 13-14-0 for Pittsburgh. Record versus over-under, 14-15-0 for Montreal, 13-13-1 for Pittsburgh. Versus each other, the last 3 seasons, 5-3-1 is what Montreal's record is, and 4-5-0 is what Pittsburgh's record is. So Montreal still better record against Pittsburgh over the last 3 seasons. Doubt it'll last too long unless they win tonight. Last 10 games versus spread, 4-6-0 for Montreal, 6-4-0 for Pittsburgh, and last 10 versus over-under, 4-6-0 for Montreal, 4-6-0 for the Penguins. Here's the lineup. Montreal's lineup tonight, apparently. Suzuki centering Lehkonen and Hoffman. Paling in between Drouin and Armia. Dauphin in between Perreault and Caulfield. Paquette in between Pezzetta and Ilonen. So, I mean, that's basically what the lineup was last game. Sherratt and Savard, again paired up. Romanov and Petrie, and Kulak and Clegg. Allen starting, Montembeault backing up, scratched. Sheneman can't get in the game for some reason. Weidman is out having a baby. Injured, Dvorak lower body. Toffoli upper body out for 8 weeks. Anderson upper body out for a couple more. I think Edmondson undisclosed. It's his back. Evans undisclosed. I don't know what it is. And COVID protocol, Gallagher and Niku, and they'll come off of that this weekend. For the Penguins, Crosby in between Rodriguez and Kapanen. Carter in between Zucker and Heinen. Bluger in between Aston Reese and McGinn. Boyle in between Simon and Lafferty. Defense, Dumoulin and Letang. Pedersen and Marino. Matheson and Ruedel. And Jarry starting. The Smith backing him up. Scratched. Mark Friedman. Drew O'Connor. Injured. Malkin lower body. Brian Rust lower body. Jake Gensel upper body. There you go, gentlemen. And ladies, sorry. That's all I got for you right now. Where are we going? He's coaching to save his job or get another one somewhere else. But it's not working. It's not, unless you're a team loaded with veterans. Why are you going to look at Ducharme at this point? Doesn't play your young guys. Why would you want him as coach? So is he playing to get another job? Or coaching, I mean, to get another job? Definitely to save his job, I doubt he can do. I hope, anyway, at this point. How big of a turnaround would he have to make that happen? That's another thing. Blade Old Muffin, yes, but I putting it that way, I don't think is fair. Montreal has a list of candidates they're going to be looking at. Amongst that list, there are 3 women. That's it. It doesn't say that they're in the lead or they're preferred. So I don't know that that's fair. But they're definitely going to look at women, and the best candidate is going to get the job. I think it's I don't think a woman's going to get the job, but I think that if they're doing the serious search and they're seriously looking at the women, that's a great sign, and it's an upper movement, and it won't be long. Eventually, we'll see this happen. I don't think it'll happen this time, but I think it's definitely progressive that they do that, and I'm kind of proud of them that they're doing this. I do think it's a great opportunity for a woman, and I think you will find them hire one of these 3 women for a job with management somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I think that's kind of signaling that to me. So yeah, I think that's really pretty good. Luca, how's it going, man? And hey, Blake. Sorry, sometimes I just forget to do that. Evans doubtful tonight. Yeah, he's out for tonight. Petrie is back, yeah. Lucas, do you think Price is going to end up playing for the Olympic team? No, I kind of don't. I don't think there's going to be an Olympic hockey NHL representation this year. I just did a video. It's out. I didn't put it out anywhere else other than on YouTube. I put it sometimes on Facebook Facebook and Twitter, but I didn't this time. So it's there. And I give you my opinion on whether they are going to do that. I'll give you my hot takes. Not how many people? I'm not getting. It's not 20 people. It's not a big deal. I got 3 hot takes. 3. First hot take is I don't think the NHL goes to the Olympics. I don't know if it's going to be the players that say no, we don't want to go, or the NHL that's going to have to say because of the way how many postponed games and they have to make them up. But one way or the other, I don't think they're going to the Olympics, and there might not be an Olympic Games because of COVID. So, and any anti-vaxxers or whatever, I'm not in for the fight on that. This is my opinion. I don't want to be about whether it's a hoax or whatever. I'm not getting into that garbage. Okay. Number 2, my number 2 hot take. I think not everywhere, obviously, but I think by January 1st, and we have a game January 1st, I think there's going to be some arenas where there's no fans in the stands or a greatly reduced amount of fans, fully vaxxed. Number 3, and this one's going to hurt. Montreal Canadiens are going to finish last in the NHL. I don't. The only thing I'll give an addendum to that is because of some of these, and the teams are starting to be affected by COVID. If you get a Vancouver Canucks team like last year and that they make them play it like that, okay, that might change. But I think the way it's looking right now, Montreal Canadiens are going to finish last in the NHL, which is not a bad thing because it kind of guarantees them top 3 pick. I'm happy with that. So, but that's my hot take. Let me know what you guys think, eh? Either here or if you want to make a comment, let me know. I got that. And I got that. Awesome. I got everything. Let's see what we're going to talk about in here. Any news on Devo? No updates. No updates. Yeah, Chris agrees with me. Yeah, I mean, Lucas, right? I think I don't see it getting better. Have we seen any time where we start to see these signs and then, oh, look, it got better and it didn't happen? No, it's not happened yet in COVID. So it's starting to point that way. It's going to go that way. Luca, you're stressed out with school. You really want to watch a Habs game? Like, really? I don't know that's going to help your stress level. Like, seriously, I don't know. Yeah, Lucas, I kind of think that's where we're headed. Yeah. Back to that kind of I'm not so sure of a lockdown necessarily exactly the way we've been doing it, but something's coming. Something wicked this way comes. Baby, that's why I said guaranteed third. Because they can only drop 2 because now there's not 3 lotteries. There's only 2 lottery picks. That's all. So they can only drop down to third at the worst if you're first at the end. That's why, I mean, there's no guarantee. I've been saying that. There's no guarantee for them to get the first pick. But you get there and you get a good pick. Oh, James, I didn't say it's a lock. That's my hot take, but I didn't say it's a lock. I think they're going to have some good competition for it, but I think I don't see them. I don't know what I want to say, but they're not going to make that upward movement in the standings. I can't see it. Daryl, I think this is what we're going to find out with what LeBron. If you weren't here early, I'll put this back up. So this is from Pierre LeBrun, hearing that the doctors from the NHL and NHLPA are having a call tonight to discuss the latest COVID happenings and I presume to recommend next steps. So, it's like the first shot's across the bow about it. We're going to see. And maybe there's going to be worse. Maybe it's not. But as I just said, has it ever gotten not worse? Not really. So, I mean, eventually, but we're at the beginning part. So I myself, I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying I'm cold. I feel like I'm getting a cold or something like a chest cold. I can still taste. I can still smell. I am double vaxxed, but I'm at the 6-month mark. I'm going on the 23rd to get my booster. I hope I make it there before I get sick if that happens. So knock wood. This could be one of my last live streams. I say that as a joke, but at the same time, do any of us know? Nope. Right? So if you don't have if you don't have a sense of humor about it, yeah, I choose to have that. So you might see me smoke a little bit less of this because of my throat. Yeah, everybody get on me about smoking. Don't. By the way, if anybody does bug, I've been counting lately. I know it looks like I smoke a lot in the hangout. The last 2 or 3 of them, I've gone through 4 or 5 in 3 hours. It's not a lot, really, overall. So anybody who was thinking, oh, yeah, it's just that it takes me a lot of lighting it over and over to get them done. That's all. But I've been counting to make sure that I'm not crazy. James, what's a great book? Wait, where am I? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not sure what great book. Did I say a book? I might have. I don't know. Oh, Luca, I just saw what you wrote there. Yeah, I think it's better for you to do that. Yeah. Might as well. If you're going to be stressed, might as well get some use out of it by studying. Well, Dixon, that's not 100% fair to say because, I mean, we've had a good summer. It's been a while since we've been where we are right now as far as that. So I don't think that's fair to say. But we're going back to that situation, it looks like, yes. But you can't say that all summer. We were all, summer was so lax. It was crazy. So. Do I think the Habs will attempt to move Price to a cup contending team? Rowan, good question. And I think it's, kind of up to Price. He's got a no movement clause. I do think that, if he wants to win a cup, he's got to go elsewhere. So, I think they'll do that. I think that if he says, listen, I would like to go, if they're going to rebuild, right? I would like to go elsewhere. They're going to try and they're going to move him. Why would he want to go to like Arizona? Like why? So yeah, I think the only team I could see him going to that's not a cup contender is Seattle because that's his wife's from the area, he's from the area. I can see that. Maybe even Vancouver, but I don't think anywhere else to go home. Other than that, yeah, it's going to be to a team that either he makes into a cup contender or they're just, they're basically a contender. They need to improve the goaltending and it'll put them over the top, So yeah, in a long about way to answer your question, yeah. Bye. Yeah, you're going to be sick the day before I get sick. I heard today that if that stuff gets in your veins, not stay in your muscle, that's when people are getting sick. I don't know the validity of that because it's an intra or intermuscular vaccine, whatever. So it's got to go in your muscle. So I don't know if that's true. So when you get one, just make sure that the person does it right. And you shouldn't get sick, apparently. Lucas, I'm not. I'm sure my son, Jesse, will go see that. He loves Spider-Man. I don't, I don't do superhero stuff in general. The only kind of superhero stuff I like is The Boys on TV, that show. That kind of stuff. I'm not really into. What the Wonder Woman though? I like Wonder Woman. Yeah, I kind of do, but it's not because I don't like that genre of movie really. Just I like Wonder Woman. It's kind of hot. So yeah, I'm just being a perv, I guess, when I say that because I mean she's a lot younger than me. There you go. Renault. Was Jeff Gorton living in Vancouver before he got hired, and why? No, why would he be in Vancouver? He's from Massachusetts. I wouldn't think he was in Vancouver. Vancouver, no, I think you're mistaken the story. Apparently, the reason why Molson jumped on him so quickly, or when he did, because Vancouver, there was a rumor, I guess, Vancouver was interested in getting Gorton over there. So I think that's where the Vancouver tie is, but no, he's an American. Oh, James, I get you now. I forgot I said that. Yes, that's an older movie. Now let me see. The guy who's the star? I can't remember his name. That used to be on back in the day on what was it called back then? First Choice, the pay per view station, and that must have been on 1,000 times that I saw it on there. I didn't watch it 1,000 times, but I saw it a couple times. Baby, what is it you get? What I'm this? Oh, I buy 112 grams a month. Yeah, same thing. I'm on the same kind of thing. I might get an affiliate thing with an online. I'm thinking of it, so maybe one day through me. Not through me though, just through a link. And it's the one that I get ads for them on YouTube. So they advertise on YouTube, so should be able to put a link. When does Sherrod get traded to a contender for a first round pick by the new year? First of all, Sherrod has a modified no trade. So I think it's a 10-team list he has to give. So that's one thing. It depends. I think unless you get the offer, like if you don't get an offer for a first round pick for him, I think you wait until you get closer to the trade deadline when teams know what they need and are willing to pay a little more to get it. So yeah, I could see it going. Honestly, I could see him going tomorrow or by the trade deadline, anytime in between for Sherrod. I don't think everybody is going to be, but I think Sherrod could get traded sooner or later. Yeah. Does that answer the question? I don't know. Intramuscular. That's an intramuscular injection administered in the deltoid. Yep. Yep. Right up, right here. Something right here. The two I had didn't feel them. Nothing. And then I had nothing, no sickness. Only the flu shot. That flu shot I got last week kicked my ass to the curb. So, and first time in my life I have had that happen after a shot like that. So, anyway, no biggie. It is what it is. It happens to everybody at least once in their life, I guess. Renault, but first of all, Weber was a 14-year deal. That's never going to not be a mistake. There's players that, probably Ovechkin, if he signed 8 years once, I think. There's players that it's not a mistake, but in general, you're right. Most players, you shouldn't. It's too long. 8 years is too long. Because who knows what's going to happen in the next 3, 4, 5 years? Injuries, all that kind of stuff. 4 years should be. Maybe 5 at the outset. At the outside should be the longest you'd want to sign somebody. But there have been contracts of 8 years that were good ones. Sidney Crosby must have signed an 8-year. You can't go wrong there. So, but you're right. In general, not a good thing. And another reason why is because usually a guy that signs an 8-year, most of them they're coming off of a career year. It's why they get the offer. And usually a guy on a career year. It's not where he's going the rest of his career. In general, it's going to dip after, and that's what happens. My opinion, by the way, guys. I don't have any stats on that, but I believe that's the case. Oh, we're getting some pot talk. Lucas, yeah, I do that. Like that's every week, but I mean, under $40 for me for that amount. So, yep, a QP for $150. That's what I do every month. Baby, that's a really good question. That no movement or no trade clause. I don't know that that's a good thing, and that should be reserved for very few players. And now they hand them out like lollipops these days. Maybe not as much lately, like in the last since COVID anyway, but they were handing them out like lollipops. Babe, I wish. But I'm not unhappy with what the money, it's like next to nothing compared to before I found this place. It's literally next to nothing almost. Yeah, Lucas, I don't even understand it, but you're right. I mean, I'm sure everybody's up a little bit, but yeah, I gotta cut back. So I'm working on that. You're gonna see. I'm trying to do less. I was getting a little bit ridiculous going through 7 or 8 during a stream. It's too much, so I'm cutting back. I'm consciously cutting back, but just a little bit, not like a ton, right? GTI, bro. I don't disagree with you, but I got no choice because I want to, my channel. But that's understandable statement right now, right? I'm sure if they were winning, you wouldn't say that, but understandably right now for sure. Renault, there's no. You can only sign your own players, re-sign them to 8-year contracts. If you're signing a player from another team, 7 years is the limit. There's no more above that. But when Weber was signed, and then who was it? There was 2 other guys that went to the Wild. They had 14-year deals. 14 years. Like, how's that going to work? Unless the kid's 18, and even then, it's not going to work, right? It's not. I think that's what they were. They were really young, anyways. Maybe not 18, but so how's that really going to work? And then Kovalchuk was 17 years, wasn't it? Yeah, they made them drop it though to 17. Ridiculous numbers back then, and they changed it so you can't do more than 8 or 7, depending if he's your player or you get him from another team. Renault. If I'm Colorado, I would sign him no more than 5. I honestly, there's not a lot of players that really should be signed for more than that. Even some of the really great players, why? They could get hurt. There's a lot of reasons why you might not want to have them on a long-term deal. And if you say all the time it's business, they all understand it. Well, then if it's business, I'm not doing business by overspending or overcommitting. Does that mean you can't get the player? It might mean, though, that you can't sign and they'll sign. That's the problem, right? You're working against other GMs that'll say, oh, he won't give it to – we'll give it to you. Come over here. So, it's a problem if you have morals and whatever, but not everybody that is your opponent has it. So do you be like them, or you want to lose, you want to win, really is how it goes. You got to fight the way they fight you. Kind of, I'm watching Yellowstone right now. I'm in middle of season 3. That's kind of what it is, right? Got no choice. I'm sure there's a few people here watch Yellowstone. No, Lucas, like I said, I get ads. Since I started doing this, I get ads. Targeted ads, right? So to me, because they know who I am. For one of the companies, well, the one that I'm hoping eventually to affiliate with. I don't know if they'll allow it or not right now, but I get ads for them. So if they can send me an ad and they're charging for the ad and they accept the ad, then I should be able. And they came out with a new policy on this. I'm probably talking about it too much right now. It's not there, but if you don't make a big deal about it, they're okay with it. If it's, if it's not the basis of the video, or you're trying to push it out there, or you're trying whatever, they're okay with it. Same thing with drinking now. Like they weren't, but you can have a beer or whatever if you want to. It's not a big deal like it was. Chris, yeah, Parise and Suter, not Sutter, Suter, Suter, I think, and Parise, yeah, they got the 14-year deals. Just crazy to sign guys to 14-year deals. Lucas, one last thing on that. Yeah, they were cracking down on those guys, but it's how they were doing it. My channel's not about that, really. It's just something I do while I do my channel. I think the other ones, they were channels about that, and that's what they were cutting down on. Beba, yeah, DiPietro, Islanders signed DiPietro to I don't know that it was a lifetime. It was like a 20-year contract. And I think it's either this season or last season was their final payment. That was finally over. Imagine how long that is. And how many games did he play for them? Not very many. A filibuster. Yeah, that's right. He was Weber's old partner. They signed the contracts the same year, but they traded. No, they let Suter walk and signed Weber. Oh, that's right. You're right, Chris. I had it wrong. That's right. It was a match for an offer sheet, or was it an offer sheet? That's how young. Yeah, I guess he was coming off his ELC. He was an RFA. Oh, it's a long time ago. Ridiculous. And like what? He's got 4 years left, so he didn't even make 10 years. That's why 8 is like you can do it, but I think it's too long. Renault, I'm not so sure that's true. I agree with you. The 3 to 6, that really should be the limit. The no trade though, yeah, I don't know about standard. I would really not have no trade, and or at least like not for the length of the contract. Maybe give it to them for the first couple of years of the contract. After that, no, like something like that. But I don't think it should be standard for all veterans though. And no, I don't think all veterans are willing to play everywhere. I think far from that. Some guys are, though, for the money, wherever it's best. But I think in general, no. I don't know if you guys would agree with that or not. All right. I am going to, take off in 2 minutes, and then I'll be back at 7 for the game. I won't have my Mr. Play-by-Play. I'll have to be doing whatever. Like we really expect a good outcome. If there's a good outcome, sure, different. If they're winning, all the better. But going in it, I can't see this happening. So, but I'll be here at 7 for the game. Beba, yeah, maybe that's an option. But is that the league's business? How many you give, really? Although it should be. Maybe you're right. Limit how many you're allowed on a team. Yeah, I'm not big on those things. Screws you up in the long run. By the time a guy needs to be traded, he's got no movement or no trade clause. So now you're limited or you can't. I think, though, if you got like that and a team says, listen, we need to move you, we want to move you, you're kind of like, well, they don't want me here anymore. Or do I really want to stay? So maybe there's that in play too. Yeah, I got no confidence tonight. I got it 3-0 Pittsburgh. I'm not even calling for a goal with their PK the way it is. Their defense is third in the league as far as goals against. Montreal can't score goals. Even though they beat them 6-3 last time, and it could happen, I don't think they get a goal tonight. So I hope I'm wrong. Believe me, I hope I'm wrong. Believe me, I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, Renault, I think long-term deals are just for certain players. They shouldn't be given out as much as they give them out. So, even though I defended Anderson's I think it was 7 years they signed him for. Yeah, I still think 5 years, it's enough. Because look, if the guys he wants to stay, you sign him longer. But you're not locked in on especially with a cap, right? Especially now with the cap down, not going up, and still only going up really slowly for the next 2-3 years. All right, I'm going to take off here, and I'll be back in a half hour. I'll be back at 7. We'll do the game. We'll have fun. Either way, I'm going to try to have fun with it. So anybody that thinks I'm going to be shitting on the Habs if they're losing, I'm not. I'm just having fun and trying to stay sane and be able to do the game without going crazy. And that's just how it is. So hopefully you guys will join me at the hangout. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Listening to me babble away for 45 minutes now. So thanks, everybody. Stay safe till like back in a half hour. Don't get in trouble now. And peace out, everybody. I'll see you in 30 minutes. Bye, y'all. Oop, wrong button to click.